So we're back on markets now, and some people call it the Starbucks of the music industry, Cracker Barrel. But Cracker Barrel had expanded its menu first, came up with this idea. Now, country music on the menu there, teaming up with stars to sell their albums, and Clint Black is here. His album, When I Said I Do, just released by Cracker Barrel. He joins us now. Good to see you, Clint. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in. I said earlier in the show that we talk about the economics of the music business and how things are changing. But this album, not only is it being sold there at Cracker Barrel, it's exclusive. So why, from your point of view?
Well, it was a great opportunity for me to have a place in a changing, distribution structure as our business is, where I could send fans to actually buy a CD, which is better than a download.
Yeah, that's why, right? Because you make more money off of that.
Well, it's not even that. You lose quality as you go down. So what we recorded at say 192, it gets reduced to just as a download, you get 5% of the amount of data. So the computer decides you don't need all that that we put into it and gives you just what it thinks you need in order to compress the file. But a CD is 3 times the quality of a download.
Well, that's interesting, even from the point of view of people who really love music. They're just not getting as high a quality of a song when they listen to it.
And you can notice, if your ears get tired sooner, it's probably the quality.
Now, you mentioned the changing distribution structure. How has that affected you? Because you chose to do this for a reason. I mean, and it's been years now since iPods were introduced and started to really shake things up, but how has that had an effect on you and how much money you make and how you do business?
Well, I think really the bread and butter for artists has always been the road, and if you sell a lot of records, you can make out pretty well. But the industry took a big hit with the digital age and the file sharing.
Yeah.
And so
what have you had to do differently? Have you had to go out so a lot of artists come in and tell us, well, we really have to be on the road all the time now to make money. You have to be out, do live shows.
Yeah, I mean, there's opportunities like Cracker Barrel. If you do an exclusive deal with them, then that works out well because you don't wait 5 years. Like with a record company, you'd wait 5 years for the money to come in from the pipeline, but first you'd arm wrestle them for it through the audit process. And yeah, so even if you do get accounted to properly, it takes years to see anything from that.
What about the future? Will you do more things like this, team up, or obviously maybe just stay with Cracker Barrel, but do you look for opportunities like that to just team up with individual companies as opposed to getting the word? The old saying is just try to get the word out to as many people as possible, and who cares who distributes it, get the product out. But does it make more sense to do that with partners?
It's great to have partners. It's always, synergistically, of course, you have much greater effort. You have a brick and mortar storefront, a place where people can go to get them. But my philosophy is changing on this also. I used to have an album mindset, and now I'm starting to come around to more of a singles way of thinking, and maybe that'll mean that I trickle more music out more often or more quickly.
Do it a song at a time,
or maybe a song at a time. But I love being able to do a CD at a store, and with the what we call the rack jobbers, the Walmart, Target, Kmart. It's harder and harder to do those kind of deals even for the record companies because people going in and buying CDs. It's been reduced so greatly that they get a lot of returns.
Right.
But Cracker Barrel, especially for an artist like myself, is I think is appealing already to my audience, and they're familiar, and if they know where to go, that's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. If it's the people who listen to you already that are in there, and then pick up a CD, why not? Clint Black, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Terrific, and good talk too about the business and how it's changing. Good stuff. All right, 2 companies that